Hey, welcome back to another video. It is Sarah here. So in this video, I just really quick wanted to show you um, how we personally at Team Sarah Michaels and my agency, how we go about hiring team members and also independent contractors. So this might be relevant to you if you are hiring like a virtual assistant. Maybe you're going to be contracting out some work. If you are any kind of like a service-based provider, you will have to know how to do this and also have these documents in place to protect not only you, but also those people that you're hiring. Now, you do probably want to keep in mind and also be aware of and look up the definition of an independent contractor versus an employee, just so that you know what the differences would be on your taxes, because those are two very different things. I'm not qualified to give tax advice, nothing like that. So make sure that you talk to your tax person, contact whoever it is you have to contact to make sure that you are doing things, the right way. So I want to show you, this is just personally now how so my team members are actually remote and they are all independent contractors at this time. Okay, so my business does not technically have employees. We have independent contractors, which means that I have two documents that have to be signed here inside of HelloSign. And HelloSign is just the document signing software or program that we use. I believe there's another one. I think it's called DocuSign. So you can really go whichever one is your preference. I just chose to go ahead and use HelloSign. So I'm going to really quick show you how this is working for me. So let me go ahead and see here. And another really cool thing is that you can actually create a template. So let me see here, templates. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to say create a template. So this will allow me to use this document over and over and repeatedly. They're available on both the pro and business plans. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so now I'm going to go in here and I'm going to search in my Google Drive and I have it saved in here. So I have I think it's this one. NDA, Independent Contractor Agreement. Yes, it is. So what I have in here is a non-disclosure agreement, which you'll get to see here in a second. And then I also have a independent contractor agreement. Now you can go, if you have a legal person, you can have your legal person draft these up. I know you can also purchase them. So if you don't have a legal team, by the way, I have linked inside my business resource vault, which, by the way, if you haven't activated that yet, go to sarahmichaels.com/vault. It's 100% free, and you can get access to all of the stuff that I use and recommend for my business. But inside of the vault, we're actually putting two resources in there for you underneath of like the section called legal and compliance. And there's one that'll allow you to buy like templates and contracts and stuff like that from an online shop where you'll like auto populate it. So, and the other one is actually to hire a legal team and to be able to draft these kind of documents up for you. It's really reasonably priced, especially if you're like a small business owner, you're just getting started. And so we'll link to both of those resources inside the vault. Otherwise, I'm thinking of putting the templates up somewhere, probably inside of my What the Tech course. So if you have purchased What the Tech, I'll just go ahead and put samples of my templates inside of there. If you go underneath of the legal and compliance module, I will go ahead and add that. And if you're not a What the Tech member yet, you don't know what it is, if you go to sarahmichaels.com and click on courses, you will find What the Tech mentioned there. And you'll be able to get a trial link and get access to it for 30 days for just $7. So, okie dokie. So here we go. Who needs to sign? Let's go ahead and do I have to do that right now? So we're going to call this the NDA Independent Contractor Combo. Who needs to sign? Oh, what's it saying? It's saying add a role. Oh, okay. So a hiring party. And also, we'll see here. Unable to create the, okay, whatever. Sorry about that, you guys. This is, you can play around with the template. I have not obviously done a template in here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. So I'm going to go in and do sign documents. So I think here on the free plan, we get 3 documents a month that are able to be signed. Yep. So then if you need to do more than that, you can always upgrade. This is just my personal account. We also have one for our business here. So, okay. So what you'll do is we're going to go in and I'm going to click on add a file. I'm going to search for that independent contractor combo. Here we go. So it's going to upload here. And then I'm just going to kind of really give you an overview of the actual contract and what I put in there. Okay, so let's see here. We're going to call this NDA Independent. If I can spell. All right. Prepare doc for signing. Okay, so now what you're going to see is you're actually going to see me going in here and editing the document, which is super simple to do. If you do happen to hop into the What the Tech course and grab this template, you'll be able to copy and paste it and create your own. I just created this right inside of Google Drive, which was super simple. So as you can see here, the independent contractor non-disclosure is made between, and then all I'm going to do is grab this text box over here. I'm going to click to assign it to me now, and then that's where you're going to put your name. So for example, in this text box, I would put Sara Michaels. If you're hiring on behalf of a company, I would put that in there as well. So for example, if I'm hiring on behalf of my agency, I would go ahead and put my name in there and then my agency's name, which is the Loft 30A. Right here is where you put the name of the contractor. So let's say Mary Bell. I don't know. So you're going to hire old Mary Bell here, and it's effective on, and then you'll put in this date. And then underneath of contractor services in this text box right here, that's where I always write just a really brief overview. So let's say that I'm hiring a designer. So logo design for, and then I'm going to say, see full proposal in on following pages, because that's where I'm going to go more in depth into the proposal. Okay, it's because really this is just the independent contractor non-disclosure agreement saying that they're not going to give away any of your trade secrets or any of the trade secrets if they come into contact with them of your client. And then you want to make sure that you add the governing law of the state, so wherever you live. So if you're in California, you'll put California down. Whatever state you live in or your business is in is the state that you want to put down there. And then this is pretty self-explanatory. So if you are the hiring party, you'll grab your signature here, insert it, insert your name here, your title, and then the date that it was signed. And then for the independent contractor section, you'll grab the signature tab again, but instead of being assigned to you, you will assign it to the other person who's signing, okay? And then on the bottom of each one of these pages, I always just grab the initial. So that way I know that um, whoever is like supposed to be reading this is also initialing it. So we just do the initials on the bottom of each page. All right. And then it kind of goes into the second part where we're actually talking about the proposal and the outline. So once again, you're going to go ahead and grab the text box and put your name in there. So do in the gray, assigned to you now. That way you can type on this. So Sara Michaels. And then you're going to go ahead and put in their name. And their name is Mary Bell. And is effective whenever that effective date is. So if it's effective immediately upon signing, just put the date signed in there. If you actually want to designate the date, then what you'll do is you will go in here and put a text box in there and do that. So like that, if that's making sense. Okay. All right. So then this is where you're going to put the text box in here and go a little bit deeper into exactly what they're providing. And so, for example, if you're hiring someone to do a service on behalf of your business, you would state very clearly what exactly is included. So, logo design for the client with 3 concepts and 3 revisions. Deadline, and then you can put the deadline in there if there is a project deadline. And if there's anything more specific that you want to have that they want to add in there, you would make sure that they're able to do that. In addition, independent contractors shall perform such other duties and tasks or changes to the services as long as mutually agreed on by both parties. Okay. In consideration for the independent contractor's performance of the services, client shall pay independent contractor in this manner. This is where you're going to put what their payment is. So I usually do this. So right next to compensation, I put down project total. All right. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I will put down this. Ugh, I can't see when that stupid box is in the way. And then I'm going to go like this. Project total $600, and you can see that I had split payments 300 300 because we always do 50% payment split. So that's how I put my payments in there. So 50% payment split, I'm going to lower the font down so it fits. Then the next one that I am going to add is via PayPal. Okay. And then I always put in here via PayPal at this email address. Okay, and so then this is where I put a text box in there that is assigned to the other person because then they have to enter their PayPal email address in there. So that way we have that on file. We can make sure that, we're, paying them effectively. Okay, project total. So if you want to go a little bit more in depth about it, like what's expected, when you can write that in there as well from that text box. Then there's a terms and conditions. And again, you're just going to say what date that it's effective. So if it's the date that it's being signed, you can put that date in there. This agreement shall end. This is where you would put the date that the project is supposed to be ended by. So right here, it says this agreement shall be terminated or evaluated on. If you're hiring someone on a month-to-month basis, you can put in there like until project is over or open-ended. You could put like to be reviewed in 1 year at this date. That's really up to you, and it really depends on the type of hire that this person is, whether they're a virtual assistant, whether this is just a one-off project that they're doing. And then let's see here. So this is all just some more legal stuff, and then you see the signatures now. Here's the one thing that's different about the contract proposal, and that is that I initial and I have the person signing the document initial the proposal at the bottom of each one. Okay, so I don't think that's absolutely necessary, but it kind of just is like, we're both initialing every single page, kind of just that we've read through it and we agree to it. You don't have to do that. That's just how I personally do that. And then when you're ready to go and you're ready to actually send this off to them, you just hit continue and it will send it to the person signing the document and also you. It'll give you a notification as soon as you have that in your inbox. So if you've sent it to yourself to sign, oh, just dropped my phone. If you've sent it to yourself to sign, you can't see because of the ring light. It'll tell you right here, like, hey, you've just got a signature, or this person requested to view it, or whatever, or this person has viewed the document. It'll let you know when someone signs it. And then the really nice thing is you don't have to worry about getting a copy of this to the other person. Like, so traditionally, if you send this to them and then they sign it and they scan it back and then you've got to keep the copies or whatever, this will keep the copy in your account here, and it's also going to automatically send a signed copy once it's completed to that other person so they can retain that for their own records. Again, it just creates a really win-win situation where it protects you. It also protects your independent contractor, and you can kind of move forward with peace of mind. These are the types of documents that you hope that you're never going to have to need. But if it ever does come down to it, these are the types of things that are going to save your ass. Like, there's no other word for it. These will 100% protect you in the case of anything ever going awry. I never move forward with a project without the proper contracts in place, without the proper paperwork. I should say I never do now. I used to. I used to just be like, "Oh, here you go, and here's this," and then all of a sudden, someone's not doing what they said they were going to do, and you have absolutely no legal recourse to pursue um, those finances. And so it's kind of a hard lesson. So take it from me. Have these in place. I know it's one extra step, from to actually getting paid and doing the thing, but this is necessary. So I'm really curious to see your experience. I hope this has been helpful to you. If you are a brand new designer, or maybe you're a social media manager or a service-based person, or you're just hiring your very first team member and you want to make sure that you have all of the legal documentation and are wondering my own process and what I do. So thank you so much for watching and for hanging out with me today. Like I mentioned earlier, the two resources or the two things that might help you out next, depending on where you're at, might be the Business Resource Vault. I will put the link to that down below, or you can find it at saramichaels.com/vault. And then the other thing that I mentioned was What the Tech. What the Tech is a mentorship membership where we're kind of just going through and helping people with the online portion, the tech side of building their business. And that's also where I'm going to put the template for these documents. So if you don't want to have to go out and create your own, you can hop on into What the Tech, maybe even just utilize our trial. So that's that. So you can find What the Tech from my main website here, Sara Michaels, if you click on courses. Otherwise, you can just go straight to www.whatthetechvip.com, sign up for your membership, and then you'll get instant access right away, and you can get access to these templates. So thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. If this was helpful, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And I love hearing from you. So if you have any feedback, just drop it in the comments below. Have a great rest of your night.